So welcome all to this lecture. Today we will discuss the basic strength of organic bases. This topic is from the same chapter we have started, acid and base, strength of acid and bases. Now today we will discuss, we will understand how the strength of bases can be identified, how we can put them in order. If more than two bases are given, two or more than two bases are given, so how we can find out theoretically that this which base will be strong and which will be weak base. See, so if you go for the definition of base, if you go for definition of base, we know in the chemistry there are many definitions of the bases, right? One of them is what? Definition of bases. Yes, this this is the base which deliver OH minus ion in aqueous solution. This is the base. When you add water, it produces H plus ions, OH minus ions. It's a base. This definition is given by the Arrhenius. This definition is given by the Arrhenius. And according to Arrhenius, the equilibrium constant Kb for base, equilibrium constant for base can be given as concentration of the ions which are formed after ionization. So we can write concentration of ion, right, divided by the total concentration of base we have taken. And remember, this B plus, we have no relation with this. Our aim is not to discuss about this any other ion but OH minus. Our aim is to discuss only OH minus ions. So we can write equilibrium constant for base will be equal directly proportional to OH minus ion concentration. This is our heading. But this is the correct equation for the equilibrium constant. One more point we should know. K is what? K is the equilibrium constant for acid, right? Or H plus ions. And remember, Kb and K relationship is like inversely proportional. Inversely proportional. So you should remember, Kb is the equilibrium constant for base. Ka is the equilibrium constant for acid. And one most important point, in the last lecture we have learned that Ka is directly proportional to acidic strength. Yes? Ka is directly proportional. So what is the Kb? Kb will be directly proportional to basic strength or strength of base. So it's a very simple approach. Very simple approach we can say. So these two relationships you should know. For a given compound, any compound in organic chemistry, if some compound is given, we can identify its strength if Ka and Kb or Ka, any one of them is given. Okay, we will go for that. But this is the most important. This is the most important relationship. And this one, Kb, if Kb value is higher, basic strength will be higher. Okay, we are talking about bases. If Kb is higher, that is the strong base. If two values are given for Kb, if Kb is higher, strong base. If Kb is higher for a given base, K will be less. If Ka is less, it means that is a strong base. Getting the point? Try to understand. Kb is higher, that is a strong base. Kb and Ka are inversely proportional. So for any strong base, Ka will be less. For a strong base, minimum value of Ka means base is the strong. So to have a same scale, to understand the acid and basic strength, we will not use Kb, we will use Ka. You should know, if Ka is higher, that is a strong acid. If K is low, there is a weak base. Okay, so we will go for this discussion. One more important point you should know: there are two types of bases in organic chemistry. What are the bases types? There are two bases. Actually, there are three bases, but we will go for two. One is what? Aliphatic basis. Aliphatic basis, and another is aromatic basis. So there are two bases: aliphatic basis and aromatic basis. Okay? Two bases. I will read one more sentence. Aliphatic bases are stronger than any aromatic base. Aliphatic bases are stronger than any aromatic aliphatic. Aliphatic are stronger bases than aromatic. Okay, we'll go for this discussion also. So overall, there are two types of bases. One more class is there, heterocyclic bases. Heterocyclic bases. So this is the third class, third type, which is there what is heterocyclic. But two are most important, aliphatic and aromatic. And you should know this idea, aliphatic bases are more strong bases than aromatic bases. There are reasons why this sequence is there, that aliphatic bases are more strong or strong bases or more basic than aromatic. We'll go from it. Okay. To understand this, or to understand the overall idea of basic strength of any compound, there are certain factors. There are certain factors which are responsible for the basic strength. Okay, so you write one by one. So we can say factors affecting the strength. Factors. Factors. So these are very simple factors, same factors what we have learned for acids. Okay. So number one is what? Number one, lone pair. Lone pair. If any atom having the lone pair, that act as a base. Okay. Lone pair. Okay, we can write any atom in a molecule, in a molecule having lone pair, having lone pair can act as base. Can act as base. Can act as base. Okay. One more point we can add: lone pair or negative charge. So now it is a complete idea. The first factor is, so any compound which contains lone pair or negative charge. Any atom in a molecule having lone pair or negative charge, or negative charge, negative charge can act as a base. Remember, can act. This is the first point. Next point is next point is what? Next is what? Inductive effect. Inductive effect. So what we learn about acids, which there are two inductive effects: negative inductive effect plus I effect and minus I effect. in the previous lecture about acids, strength of acids, we have learned that yes, this minus I increase acidic strength, isn't it? Yes. Minus I group increase acidic strength. So what will say for this? Plus I group increase basic strength. Okay. So these are opposite to each other. Acids and bases are opposite to each other. Therefore, if minus I increasing acidic strength, plus I will increase the basic strength. So any group which show plus I effect, that will increase the basic power of that molecule. We'll go for that example also. Third factor which affect the basic strength is what? The conjugation. We'll go for solvation. Solvation, okay, solvation. What is the solvation? Solvation is the process in which water molecule stabilize a species or any ion, that is called a solvation. we can say we can say very important solvation increase basic strength. Solution increase basic strength. Okay, we will go for that. And the last factor is what? Conjugation. Last factor is what? Conjugation. So we can say about conjugation is what? Conjugation. Conjugation. Okay. Conjugation. Okay. Generally, conjugation decrease basic strength. Conjugation decrease basic strength or strength of base, but not all time. It also increase. We will go for it. So these four factors are there. Under these four factors, we will discuss which is a strong base, which is the weak base. And these four factors collectively or individually decides the acidic basic strength of the compound. And definitely we know Ka is inversely proportional to basic strength. Remember, okay? Ka is inversely proportional to basic strength. Why? Because Ka is inversely proportional to Kb, and Kb is this. Right? So these are the few factors which we will discuss one by one. Now, see. So hope you understand this all factors. Now let us go for aliphatic basis and try to think about the aliphatic basis. Then we go for aromatic basis. So aliphatic basis, aliphatic basis, aliphatic basis. Okay, so you take number 1 point, lone pairs. So okay, we'll take two compounds here. See, you take ammonia and water. Ammonia and water. Both of them contain lone pair, yes or not? Yes. Both of them contain lone pair, but this water is neutral and ammonia is basic. Reason is what? Though both of them contain lone pairs, but because this nitrogen is less electronegative, nitrogen is, and therefore it can easily donate its lone pair, while oxygen is more electronegative, and therefore oxygen is reluctant to donate or donation of electron. Therefore, in organic chemistry, remember all amines Aliphatic or aromatic? All amines, aliphatic or aromatic, are bases. So organic chemistry deals with the amines compound. They are bases only. That's all. No any other compound can be discussed, studied as a base except amines. So we will focus on amines only. We will focus on amines. So let us go for the four structures here. See here. Ammonia, ammonia. Then primary amine, I will replace one hydrogen of amine, ammonia. That's primary amine. Then I will write secondary amine and I will write tertiary amine. So there are four amines here. We can say four nitrogen containing compound. One is ammonia, amine, but primary, secondary, and tertiary. What is R? Say R is any alkyl group. R is alkyl group. And always remember, all alkyl groups, they are of hyperconjugation or they show plus I effect. All alkyl groups show plus I effect by hyperconjugation. So it means that we have seen the factors that any group which show plus I effect would definitely increase the basic strength. So now see, so there is no alkyl group, here one alkyl group, two alkyl group, three alkyl group. So if you think as alkyl group increases, plus I effect also increases. So what is expected? Expected is that this should be less basic, this should be more than this should be more than this, and this should be the strongest place. This should be the what? The trend, yes, and it is there. It is always there. Basic strain increases. Basic strain increases. Why? The reason is because alkyl group increases. Basic strain increases because alkyl group increases. Basic strain increases. Basic strain increases. But there is a small change, small condition. Basic is increasing in a non-aqueous solvent. Non-aqueous solvents. Non-aqueous solvent means except water, you take any solvent. In that solvent, if we are performing a reaction, in that this would be strong base, then this, then this, then this. For example, you see, if ammonia is there and methylamine, then dimethylamine, so dimethylamine and trimethylamine. So there are four bases. So see, we know this methyl show plus I effect. This 2-methyl show strong plus I, and 3-methyl will definitely the strongest. So what is expected? This is the strongest base. We can say like this, the train. But in solvent, in non-aqueous solvent. In non-aqueous solvent means I think now you understand. In non-aqueous solvents. For example, you take toluene, you take DMSO, you take chloro, many solvents are there, you can take ether also. But in water, this is not the train. In water, this train will not be followed. The reason is what? The reason is solvation. The four factors we have learned. So one of them is what? Solvation is the factor which is responsible for the what? Abnormal behavior as according to this concept. See now, what will happen? What say in aqueous solvent? So this is a specific paragraph. और ये थोड़ा अलग पार्ट है एक्वस में क्या होगा देखिए इन वाटर वी कैन सी वाटर salvation in water solution effect decide the strength of base in water solution effect decide the strength of base. How? See, next sentence you should know is more the number of hydrogen, more the number of hydrogen as more the number of hydrogen, more will be the solution, more will be the solution. What is the solution? What the bihydrogen bonding means as the number of hydrogen bond increases, that is called as solvation. Solvation increases, and you will get what the best stabilized ion. Now understand this. Let us apply this. Now see, we have ammonia. See, this is the ammonia. This will take H plus because we are saying it is a base. It will form NH4 ion. It will form NH4 ion positive charge of the nitrogen. So how it is going to solve it? You see, I will write here nitrogen, here hydrogen, 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 and there is a positive charge. Now see, when once this is present in water, so water molecule will form hydrogen bond. Water molecule will form hydrogen bond. Water molecule will form hydrogen bond. This side also we can. So ammonia is highly solvated, right? Ammonia is highly because there are 4 hydrogen attached to nitrogen, right? Yes, there are 4 hydrogen attached to nitrogen after the abstraction of proton. So solution is highest, okay? But solution is highest, but inductive effect is no there. No, there is no inductive effect because there is no alkyl group. Let us go for amine, primary amine. Say CH3 NH2. So when this abstract the proton, so what it will form? It will form like this. There is a hydrogen. There is a hydrogen. There is a hydrogen here CH3, or we can write simply R, right? And positive charge. R group. Now see, you see in this ammonia there are 4 solvation and 0 what inductive effect, 0 plus R. Okay, in this if you see 3 solvation and 1 inductive effect, 1 plus R. If you go for, so I can write like this. There are 3 hydrogen bonds possible like this, like this, like this one. If you go for secondary amine, so I will write here, okay, or I can write here actually. If you go for a secondary amine, so let us go for secondary amine. Try to see. If I am writing secondary amine, so there is a nitrogen, and there are 2 alkyl groups. We can write methyl also, no problem. Methyl, any group we can write. And when this as a base abstract of proton, so this is going to form its conjugate acid. This is called as conjugate acid and positive charge. Now you see there are 2 solvation and 2 inductive, right? So here this will form the solution with water or not? Yes. This will form. So we can say 2 solvation and 2 plus ion. Okay, it's a highly balanced, right? Highly balanced. And what do you say for the tertiary amine? So if we say tertiary amine, and weighted proton. So what you find? Only one solution and three alkyl groups. Only one solution and three alkyl groups. And remember, when solution only how many? Only one solution and three plus I. So here solution is less, plus I is more. Another case is solution is more, plus I is less. But here secondary amine, solution and plus I are equal. Therefore, it is considered that in water, secondary amine is the strongest base. That's all. In water, only in water, secondary amine is the strongest base, followed by what? Then you go for the primary or secondary, four solution, and there is no plus I, and three solution plus I. So it's tertiary amine because it has both the effect. So secondary amine, then primary amine. First will be strongest secondary amine, then primary amine, then tertiary amine, and then ammonia. Okay. So remember only one sentence. In water, secondary amine is more or strong base because it has the equal number of solution, equal number of plus I effect. While in non-aqueous solvent हमको पता है क्या है? Ammonia is weakest, then primary amine, which is weak, then secondary amine, which is weak, then tertiary amine. So this is the criteria of basic strength when we are considering the aliphatic amines. Okay, in aqueous solvent and in non-aqueous solvents. So hope you have understand this. Let us go for the next important point. That is what the basic strength of aromatic compounds. Basic strength of aromatic compounds. So very simple. Basic strength of aromatic compounds or aromatic amines. Aromatic amines. तो आप लोग बोल सकते हो any one example or aromatic best example aniline. So I will write aniline. So aniline के basis पर हम we can explore the idea. On the basis of aniline we can explore the idea. So aniline is containing the lone pair, and we say in the beginning we said that aromatic amines are weak bases than aliphatic amines. Aromatic are weak bases than aliphatic amines. Reason is what? Conjugation is the reason. Out of four factors, we learn that the factor 4, there's a conjugation. I think third factor, conjugation. Here, what will happen? This lone pair involving conjugation, and therefore, we will get like this structure. We will get like this structure. Means lone pair is not available on the nitrogen. It rotates throughout the ring. Hence, aromatic amines we can write due to conjugation. You must say that this due to conjugation, aromatic amines are weak bases. Aromatic amines are weak bases. And remember, this is not limited to only aromatic. If you take aliphatic also, you see, suppose this is what? Primary amine, okay? So what is that? Ethylamine. And suppose one more ethylamine, but it is with a double bond. So what do you think? Which is the more acidic, more basic? This will be more basic. Clear cut idea. Why? Because there is a conjugation. This will involve here, this will open up, and you will get like this structure. Means there is no availability of lone pair of nitrogen 100%. While in this case it is 100% of nitrogen. So have a very clear approach. Very clear approach is If nitrogen having lone pair on its own 100%, there is no conjugation, means that is called as a strong base. Fine. Now, in aromatic amines also, let us go for the another factors about groups. Groups. Next, I will write example. See, this is the aniline. This is what aniline. This is the aniline, and I will write one more group here. Say of OH means para-hydroxyaniline. Para-hydroxyaniline is a para-aminophenol. In fact, this is the structure before you. Okay, and one more structure I will write. Okay, professor, decide in this two. ये aniline है. This is aniline. This is a hydroxyaniline. No? Which is the strong base? Which is the strong base in this two? So we should know the effect of this. Electron dominating group increase basic strain, or we can say increase value of Kb. Electron dominating group increase Kb means basicity. So this is OH is the electron dominating group. We can say this is the strong base then aniline. This is the strong base then aniline. Okay? So what we say, Ka of aniline and Ka of this one, we can say first and second. So we can say Ka of first and Ka of second. Which is the higher? Which is higher? Small amount of Ka means that is a strong base. So Ka of this one will be highest. Then this Ka of this compound will be very small. And what about Kb? Kb of this is will be very higher or higher than Ka of this first one. So these two terminologies we should know, remember. Okay, you should remember. Okay, we can say Kb of first is less than Ka. Kb of first is Kb of first is less than Kb of second, means Kb of this is very high. Okay. One more example we will go for. See, if I am taking this example, aniline. Aniline is the base, and para-nitroaniline. Para-nitroaniline, which is the strong base. Nitro is a very electron withdrawing group, and withdrawing group is a donating group. Withdrawing group will withdraw electron and they decrease the basic power. So what we will say, which is a weak base, this is the strong base, this is the weak base. This is the strong base, this is the weak base. So three compounds if given. Let us take this one, okay, and arrange them. One of them is aniline. One of them is aniline. Second one is para-hydroxyaniline, and third one is suppose here para-nitroaniline. If you arrange these three compounds, which is the most acidic, basic, we are talking about basic strain, which is the most basic. If you give them A, B, C like this, so which is the most basic? So B is the most basic, then A, which is then C. C is the least basic compound. The reason is what? The reason is very simple. That because of NO2 electron withdrawing group, this withdraw electron and make this nitrogen lone pair involvement in this ring, and hence that act as a weak base. So hope you understand this idea. If you have any questions, so you can ask on the basis of this concept. Okay. Any question from you?